Hello, my name is Varian Barker and I'm the author of Sacred Secrets. Sacred Secrets is the true life story of Connie Gilbert, a woman I've had the privilege of meeting. Her story takes us careening through a childhood of murder, incest, beatings, drugs, and a subsequent adulthood based on that broken foundation. Today we're going to talk to Connie some more about her story and why it's a book we should all read.
Hi, my name is Connie Gilbert and this is my story, Sacred Secrets.
Most times when people hear of a biography, they tend to think of a celebrity, they tend to think of what's glitzy and glamorous. What would you say to somebody who feels that a biography is usually always about life that's glamorous and glitzy?
I would say that, well, of course, it's quite the opposite. It's not a glamorous and glitzy life, but it is a life. And it's an important life because it's my life. And it's something that is not, it's not something that hasn't been heard of, but not many people tell their story.
So what is it about your story that people don't usually talk about? Like you said, it's not the kind of story that's usually heard. Of course, we hear of who's divorcing who or who's making who pregnant in Hollywood. What's different about your story?
Well, the difference is that I'm not someone who is well known. I'm not, so-called famous. But this is a story that needs to be told because even though it's not a Hollywood story, it is something that happens with people who are known in Hollywood.
You want to tell us a little bit of what that something is? What's the
abuse?
something?
Abuse. There are people who are quite successful and famous who have hidden the fact that they have lived a life where they had to endure abuse but never talk about it. Physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, abuse on just about every level that you can imagine. Because again, physical abuse also affects you emotionally.
How else has it affected you?
Well, it affected me on, again, I think every level. As a teenager coming up in school, I wasn't able to focus in school like I should have focused because my mind was always at home, on my mother. What was she doing? Would I come home? Would my mother be alive? What was she encountering throughout the day? And what would my life be like once I got home? For someone else who is, they may be going through this right now, and they're afraid to talk about it, or women that are my age or maybe older or younger that are still holding that in, and they feel that if they keep this in and no one knows about it, then they're better off by not talking about it. But I'm here to say that no, it stays with you. It stays with you, and that you empower yourself by talking about it instead of having that have a sense of power over you.
More often than not, abuse is at the core of our community's decay. We encourage you to read Sacred Secrets, not only for its graphic account of a life tarnished by abuse, but to see how, in spite of everything, Connie is determined to be what she was created to be. And that's a productive, upstanding citizen, woman, mother, and grandmother. Connie, thanks for coming by. And it really was my privilege today to talk about this book. And I hope you come out and you buy it, you read it, and I'm sure that when you've read it, it would enlighten you. Thank you.